now it's... Yeah, it looks like... I don't know why Restream's such a goal today. Starting to set. Right, I think it's working. Finally, I set 10 things up on Restream and like says it's good to go, and then it just undoes it all. Okay, I think we're... How's audio? How's visual? How's vibes? Listen, I do things like I by the seat of my pants. Alright, whatever. Just gonna assume it's working, hopefully. Chat updates, everything. What am I doing? I've been doing this like I have a secret. I'm actually quite terrible at drawing faces. Thus, trying to better draw 100 faces thing. I'm supposed to do 10 a day. Did stick to 10 a day for the first 5 days. Slowed down as holiday stuff kind of took some priority. Now I am behind. God, is that even... Probably not. That is... Yeah, we'll do it like... Perfect. It's like I'm one of them pro streamers. Chat's active. But I figured, you know, was doing all these physically, got to 71. Kind of keep myself accountable. Been 5. Force myself to stick to it. Hopefully catch up. But since I'm so far behind, thank you for Warframe. More videos are very helpful and insightful, and it's that you do art too. Thank you. Enjoy them. I'm glad they're helpful. Procrastinate. Self-conscious. It's been a long time since arts. Now people. God, no. Not. Yeah, then. Fidgeting, actually it. I have to kind of wonder how depth I want to get, because these aren't supposed to be finalized. They're just kind of meant, that's my take, more so meant to get a better understanding of the face, head, on when I was doing paper. Oh, you really like the voice? Thank you. when I was doing these, I kind of would fiddle with Precious and spend quite a long needling over fine details that and when I have like more weird. I'm better artist physically, not by a lot, like not saying any sort, but I genuinely feel like when I do, I have kind of better control over things. Digitally, I feel like I have more tools available. Absolutely. But I almost feel kind of like weaker. Even though I've done more, I think. Well, actually, no, I guess if I take all the raw hours I put in drawing, the vast majority of it likely be doodling in sketchbooks and such, but never really any structured word up amount of structured learning I've been doing. For artists, not fast as I liked. Gotta put in for tower. Hello, Haster. Welcome. Uncle Albrecht? No, this is just a bust of some old dude. I'm doing what's called the 100 Head Challenge by, I believe, Ahmed Al. He's a guy who does art videos on YouTube. Because in the past, whenever I've attempted art, I almost get like overwhelmed by choice. I get analysis paralysis, and I don't know where to start. So I finally picked one called Radio Runner Guide for the Solo Self-Taught Artist. As I've been going through that, they've brought out the art challenges, part of your learning curriculum. This segment on the face, head, one of the challenge for that segment is 100 head challenge. Started out strong and kind of fell off, so now I'm doing it. Have an audience, myself accountable, so I'm not like, Is this on my tablet or straight from the PC? I'm drawing on a tablet, Wacom. I don't actually know which Wacom, but I am streaming from. But anyway, yeah, this 100 head challenge thing started off strong, fell off. Here I am, in front of prying eyes that I might feel self-conscious. Get this shit done. My goal is to do 20 heads today. Well, 15 is stopping to I'd like to do. But again, that brings up the question of how detailed do I want to do it? I want to do 20 of these. I'm not gonna have a chance to do it. I think I'm probably gonna have to start speeding up on. But I did one as a warm-up. Like, it turned out absolutely terrible. That's okay. I figured I'd put a little bit of time into this one. But then as I do have to start cracking up. I mean, it's like for me, it's like putting lipstick on a pig, you know? It's like, no matter how much time I put into these, there's a lot of like fundamental structural problems, just kind of like issues that I have as an artist that no amount of fiddling and messing fix really. So it's probably more beneficial at this stage for me to like, drill in raw mileage. At this point, more important for me to draw more things as better things, maybe? I don't know. Like, that's just how I'm kind of feeling with my lack of skill. And maybe if a professional would disagree with that analysis and say, no, it's more important for you to really put the time in, finish stuff. But I don't know. My impression myself is do more, not better. Kind of I'm trying to get, like, I have a weird problem where I like almost that you ever satisfied from your work. Yeah, I mean that's a thing with difficult to like what I truly envy the proud of what they were, happy with the accomplishment. What? But anyway, yeah, I think like consistency is better, or getting more practice, both quicker, more consistent for me at this moment. I think just kind of putting random little details. Yeah, I think looking at how I'm kind of approaching at the moment, like, I think just trying to do quicker is probably better, because I'm just kind of throwing in lines, thinking too much about them. Just like I like self-conscious almost, like satisfied with, or I lack confidence I want to put in all these little futsy details, even if they're not really doing a whole lot and they're probably not particularly accurate. But, you know, as long as I get close to the impression of a head, that's and this is more about me learning structure, opposed to how to make really drawing person. So, I have to keep telling myself that. Okay, if it don't look good. I mean, of course, if I make them look good, that's awesome. Some of the ones I've done, paper, a few of them turned out like pretty good. Like, I'm genuinely happy with them. Most of them turned out kind of eh. This drawing looks pretty good. Big fan of your lore vids. Thank you, Scroll Keeper. These are all from reference today. All these reference, not from imagination. I am quite bad drawing heads. Whole point of this, learn them from reference. Get better at understanding. General stuff. There's been some wacky heads. Some of them I really like. Unfortunately, a lot of them, you can find this selection of all the heads that I'm drawing off of. It's a public Pinterest page, the One Head Challenge. See how pretty far off from the actually getting. Even the heads that I'm pretty proud of, I'm like, hey, that looks not so bad. If you were to look at reference, they do not look very much like the reference. Which, I mean, is also fine, because like I'm not interested in getting to the level where I can draw like hyper photorealistic stuff. I frankly don't find that type of. So my end goal is not perfectly replicate, yet at the same time I can't help but feel self-conscious, can't help but like hyperfix discrepancies between the reference and final. Okay, I'm starting to really like what's around. Kind of looks like he has something from late Sir Christopher Lee. The drawing I have, definitely, I can see that. The face is not. I think I made him too. Problem I do with a lot of faces. Eyes are too big, and this is like a problem I always have, so I try to address it. Adjust. Faces, or the head, eyes are too big. The face is too long. Those seem to be my frequent mistakes. But whatever. I mean, the style, art style, the like the difference between reality, how you do it incorrectly. So it's not like I have to be perfectly accurate to reality, but I am. So it makes, even if the result looks fine, it doesn't look accurate. Still feel kind of like about it. Whatever. Those are just my own. Useful. And not really the point of exercise, at least not how I understand. The point of this exercise, understand how a head, drawing 100 of them, kind of forces you to understand basic bits. Not perfect mastery of it, but I can definitely say that doing given me a lot of found insight. Heads are constructed, so at the very least I have gotten something out of this. Maybe not any direct showcase aptitude. Something. Gotta be happy with it. Learning art is very slow. I've kind of dicked around for many years, not really like learning. Sure, I've always drawn. It was more so just kind of like idle doing. Now I'm kind of realizing what I should probably start instead of just kind of hanging it. That's where I'm at now. Burn. Just long without really verbing any. Like, maybe one day. God knows. Prospects in life. That's the ultimate end. Fast. Not reach perfect mastery. Like that. Of course, I always want to keep growing. But there is there's a specific that I couldn't like find it for. Is a level of skill I'm hoping to get to. I'll know it when I'm there. Really, I do think I will. That I'll be like, okay, this is good enough. I'll always keep trying to get better. But once I'm at that, at least that minimum, I'll be comfortable enough. I'll be satisfied. Maybe work. I've gotten some commissions, but unfortunately, another problem. I am excruciatingly. It's because I think a lot of that is just lack. Something that again will grow over time. The model or the reference I'm using, clay bust, so it doesn't actually have any iris. I could try drawing some in. Sometimes I have. For some of there's been a lot of clay or like statues, especially. I love drawing the statues that don't actually have built-in irises, so kind of like implanting them on some. Sometimes it turns out good. We'll just okay. No, I think that's a bit more up on the hair. Cool, we'll call that good. That is 72. Now, 73. Try faster with these. Okay. Well, see, honestly, the faces that have... Let me the faces that have less detail scare me the most. Because I have to... confident enough to let what work do. Smoothing off. Go with your shoulder. I'm gonna try and do this one the way you're supposed to. I don't think. I always struggle. So I tend to kind of like but we'll do it the way they want. The way that educate the classes. Yeah, I never, the math always seems wrong. It says, yeah, the eye line is the middle of the sphere. I'm like, it seems so high. I can always extend the... Not like... Always off. Construction. Say about, but the one good, I've been trying to do these physically almost as like one, a challenge, but also to like kind of force myself to be better with aging construction. Digital, kind of cheat. Well, not really cheating. But cheating myself. How to be able to accurately judge where those construction, how the head, hanging it, and then
Lettera U. Dubitare, tuttora. Fluidità. Lauro, fluoro.
But want to be able to put in anatomy accurately without having to like tweak it with freedom digital that can like really shift and tweak things. Pencil you can erase, but you don't get to like minutely judge into the should be. You can erase it and try again, but you still gotta try again. You know? That's how I was doing. Now with digital, how kind of fudge thing. Plus, it's easy to draw in all my construction lines, draw over. Although I don't know how much I'm going to. Time consuming, and if I'm going to do 15 of these, minimum of 15, sort of reasonable time frame. Pick up the pace. My average speed paper 20 minutes ahead, which is pretty slow. Quite slow. Trying to get faster, and I've gone a little bit faster on average. Sometimes it depends on the. I do think slightly improvement is very gradual. Sometimes it's stagnant. Side of it. This is also a statue, but it was, I guess clay has a greenish hint to it. I'm not sure if that's just doesn't look like it's made out of something. Jade. But kind of, I mean, it looks like jade color, but material does. press. No piercing. Always struggle with this. And, like, again, I'm drawing the eyes to draw just like every portion of a little bit. I think that's because I have some bad DNA built in. Growing up and wanting to draw. I want to learn how to draw manga. Shallow. Oh. I always just draw in the lips. Really straightforward graphically start. Ugly actually on more tool. Press that. Big curve there at the end. But the are visible. Cover the half line. I despite trying to learn the quite poor with remembering the actual I remember like the general exact parts. See the side of her chin. AO stall you draw. Yeah, I do tons of art, dude. Check out my community tab, bruh. See, lots of art. Welcome to the stream. Can't read. Cool. The chat is very small, so not that the stream originally was gonna try and do this live. I'm gonna try and have my webcams. You could watch my hand. But that was webcam I got apparently extremely. I looked up to try and troubleshoot it. Something about the way this frame interpolate light, it has to have like extreme light in order to be full. And with the graphite pencil I'm using, it was either you guys couldn't, or the screen couldn't see anything, or I couldn't see anything. The light would hit the graphite and it would just shine white off the page. So I unfortunately had to pivot to digital. Why we're doing it. I would have liked to finish all these, but what are you gonna do other than better troubleshooting or perhaps again? But whatever. Okay, so now I mean it looks like I drew her eyes. I mean, a little. Yeah, it looks like I did the same thing as always. What we have technology. Cheat. We're here, right? Oh. That's not by a lot. And while part of me is like, then mistakes that over here. Okay. Okay, so I think that fixes it up. Cheekbone. Whatever that bone. All the way around you. Please, slightly. Both sides. Curve, whatever that's called. Yeah, there we go. Better. Still not perfect, but actually looks like her ear. Oh, they go up high, higher than normal. Won't go down. That actually making her eyes drew off just a little. Little tiny, like, so I got her upper face so alignment better in line with her. The overall, me at least. Okay, now, you know, I'm not gonna bother with like line work on forward. I'm just gonna try and do my best to erase the construction line as I do. Maybe clean up things, but they're gonna kind of sketchy overall. Eye shape, a little bit. Still not very good at drawing ears. Like, I know the rules for them. Complicated. Point that the instructor I was watching said is no one really cares about ears. Like, you know, don't skimp on them, but if your ears aren't 100% accurate, no one's. I'm not too close as I can. So cool. Well, thanks. I'm glad you think so. Her headdress goes up pretty high. She has like a really elongated. Kind of where the hairline would be. Especially not going to spend too much time worrying. Also, like clothing. Some of these heads have pretty elaborate costuming. You know, I try to indicate. Some of them I've put in a bit more time in costuming, but I'm not super. Falls off. Can't tell. It's a pretty harsh angle. Hume, it's cornrow. Oh, where this statue is from. It's African, but it design almost seem more like Egyptian. So maybe this is Africa, not Egypt, but country. Oh, music's over. On. Music is Mabisio. Remixes. A lot of samples. But like his lo-fi jazz. You know the stuff. 5 beat. That'll do. And about it. Not for now. I'm trying to do like a full study of these. Absolutely. Got shit zillion more of these things. It does look, I was a little bit unsure. It does look like a little too. It is extended, but quite by that much. I think I just have some proportional errors that are compounding. So I don't think it's going to be wholly fixable, but we'll leave it like that. Quite as much. Neck in. Also, half width. Choker of some. Turn the gain up on the microphone. Let me know if there are any issues with the audio or what. Someone DM'ing me that audio was cutting in and out, but it looks like it's fine on mine. I don't know if you guys hear anything. Sound. Oh, you know what? I'm wrong. So she has one large hoop out of the ear, 2 discs that kind of also connect out of that, or at least on that one. Whatever, not worried too much about that. Put in some dinky little circles here. That'll get the point across. On her headdress, I can't see the one on this side. So yeah, her head is very slightly turned that way. Yes. Really slight. But it's enough, I guess, that the perspective compounds with on her head. And then the last thing she has on her headdress is weird, like, orbs. They look almost like little cakes. Clearly not what they are. Little rounded pillows. Second row of them. I don't know how far back they go. I can just a little bit of the, but it's all futzing and it don't matter. Okay, so that's, oh wait, no, she doesn't have eyes because she is a statue. Irises. But let's try drawing. Another reason why I struggle with faces. Very, very bad at drawing the same thing twice. So it's not. Well, did I save it? It's got kind of a 1,000-yard stare, whatever. Statue doesn't have eyelashes either, so I can't cheat. But one thing I usually screw up the eyes is I'll make the eyelashes thicker. Works great for girls, not so great for they're very thick eyelashed men. Hey, you know, nothing to get. Yeah, that's okay. All right, we'll do some shading. I was thinking of using fancier brushes for a lot, like some of the stuff, like putting in hairline, what have you, but I'm also quite bad at brushes. I basically use Kyle's Ultimate Pencil and Hard Round. I always forget where there's multiply. So, bring that up even. What's your opacity? Little bit over that plane there. They're kind of here. Thumb on the chin. You know, I'm gonna leave the lip lines in. I think they work fine for drawing. Sometimes they look ridiculous. I'm gonna throw in my one stylistic thing, which is to always throw the entire upper lip into shadow. Just because I think it looks nice. Not very realistic. But it's just kind of my cheat way of adding dimension. Of course, I always the nose, the hair. There. I think that's almost it. soft shadow. These are just nibblings, not really important. Just some more stuff to sell the overall. Soft. There's a bit of soft. Bit for soft. And granted, I could replace some of the lines with like darkers. That's certainly what I'd do if I was accurate with this. But you know we're not for accuracy, we're here for speed, of which I am not very. You're at 3, baby. 1/5 of the way there. We've been streaming for an hour. Shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm might have to start picking up the pace a bit more. I mean, granted, I could just do my requisite 10 for the continue to stream if I finish it up, but I'd like to put in a bit of overtime today. I have been neglectful. I mean, there's no real like time limit. It's not like there's a client or anything like that. Not very. Probably be soft round for sure. Well, I think I made her look a little. Does she have any lip? No, she doesn't. Hair. She's just a little. Don't want to overdo that and make. Fairly middle-aged. I think about it. Let's add the eyes. About them. Freaky. Should probably be adding the eyes like on the layer fly-ins so that it affects irises. But we'll cheat it. Dark all the way, black. It's sketchy, but that was 74. Wait, no, that wasn't 70. That was 70. I miscounted the last one. 70. This one. Next one. We got. Oh God. Okay. Ooh. This one's gonna be tough. This one's gonna be tough. Part of me is wanting to skip it because there's a couple extra heads in here. More than there are, like 102. So skip 2 heads if you want. But or 103. I can't matter. Point being, I kind of want to skip this. My head's kind of struggling to wrap itself around anatomy here. She's looking down in 3/4, but her face pushes out in a way that's like throwing me off. Like it's pretty, like this is the angle that, but from here down, it like curves out, so it almost looks like her head is like that. I think I'm gonna accidentally kind of softening the pose of this, which I try not to do. There haven't been any really extreme poses often, but even on some poses that it's like 3/4 or I've like kind of turned him back into profile or straight on. Let's do a soft round. Not. It'll look. It's gonna make everything fuzzy, but okay. No, I think rather than trying to work from the in, I'm just gonna start with eyes. Head around that. This one's not gonna turn out so good, boys. Going wild. Gee, I'm in the antithesis of what you said to do. This one's gonna look ugly. Try my best. The other thing is her eyes and her eyebrows. Get rid of that. Get rid of all that. Pose where it's hard for me. Parse. With that. And to be clear, this is not a particularly hard pose. I'm just struggling with it. Oh, when I get really like flustered, my construction, I start getting really scribbly. Constantly I'm trying to like evaluate. You know, I gotta keep telling myself it's okay if it's not super accurate. Ugh. Statue. Have stroke. Definitely. Yes. This is how most of my sketches look. Ooh. Sweating. Ah. It. I still considering not doing this. Maybe adding this private shame. there. Worse, this also appears to be a child. Really bad at drawing. Not properly proportioned. They're like slightly kind of plump way that's doesn't gel well with my brain. I want to draw them with like idealized Bridgman proportions, which then just makes them shaped adult, not a kid anymore. They kind of screw up what they end up looking, which direction I go. Either lips don't really there. This is something I've also been trying to avoid, but I find myself falling back into a fluster like this. I go less ideal scenario, drawing these things based on understanding of how head anatomy works. Put on the next music. Burning through them. Mabisio is fairly short, unfortunately. Oh, anyway, gonna have to go back and read size. But oh well. I'd been not. Got the gout. This is, I always run into this orders. I screw up the end up. Hey, Aphid, yeah, this is the 100 face challenge drawing. 100 heads. I've hit a toughie, slowing me down. More so than I've normally am. I think this is just going to end up looking like a weirdly proportioned adult kid. Brow kind of comes out. Eye and wide chin. You can see that. I can't tell if this is a kid or if this is just someone with like childlike facial features. I think it's a kid, but it's a statue. Hard to tell. Nasty. There, we'll come back in and fix the eyes a little. But it starts like there. Shape that. I mean, for this one, I'm just gonna be happy with good enough. Do my best. Because her ear ends like. Oh shoot! I really portions there. How the heck? Eyebrow comes in. At. Down. There. Like her cheek, her chin. Neck. There. Not gonna try my best to not labor the shading or anything. I'm probably just gonna do some scribble shading and call it good. No. We have the power. We have a soft brush, just soft brush. You can see here, like it's not indicated with any hard lines. The reference, it's just a little bit of a there. Forehead comes out in front. Golly. This is gonna be one in the not so good pile. I've been secretly like rating these, and this is gonna go on the tier right above worst tier for me, not in general. If I was rating these objectively, most of these on the store not so just above worst, but rating these based on where I'm at, you know. She's got like a hair clip out under. Has like littlest bit of neck. Brushes for the hair. Ugh. What's the point? It's not gonna look good. It's gonna be buffing around, just faffing about. Holy moly, she looks fat. Let's. Large. Question is, where did I go? Stuff. Huh. You know, I think it's just her head's tied. I want to spend. Not gonna fix it. Anything I can do to negate terrible. That's where I'm at right now. Not can I make this good? It's can I make it less bad? Okay, I think, you know, for head construction, I think I'm just gonna keep kind of like putting out fires, you know, like I'll fix one thing and then I'll find out that in doing so I screwed up some other proportional thing. We're just gonna move on, fix the eye, put in some quick shading to see if that can kind of further mitigate the bad. On to the next. Gotta go. Yeah, we got places to be. Oh, that place is at 100 heads. Got bone. I mean, not really. It's only like down to like 20 something now. 2 days if I stuck to my guns. But as the challenge has gone on, my spirit has dwindled. So we're here doing the stream. I don't even know if anyone's point not to look. Recount. She actually does this, despite being a statue. She has irises sculpted in. They also blend in with like dark corner of like shadow hits, so it's tough to actually start and stuff. And she doesn't have, it'll help to look a little, have like a really defined nose. Okay, looking at this, what I can see a lot of structural issues. One last hurrah. Kind of fix it up. See, pause too long. Where eyes are not by a lot. This little big. Stop walking in. Okay, how you turn that on? That-ish. This line of her head. That in turn. Yeah, again, lipstick on a pig. We're not fixing anything. Futzing around. Stop. What's that? 24, 75. Get some soft round in there. Shading. Maybe that'll help. Maybe not. She doesn't have a ton of shading. That's one thing that has been kind of tough with these is actually, you know, her eyebrows are too high, but whatever. As long as I can see what the problems are somewhat. Whether or not I'm able to fix them is... some of the faces that have been in this have like, not really interesting, unfortunately. They've just been like pretty conventionally attractive people in straight-on poses with harsh, flat lighting, which is not very fun to draw. At least, I don't think. Pretty strong shading on the corner of her mouth. Shape of Cast shadow of her chin. Bring in her neck. There. Eyes. Darker scalp. There. Still light, just like a little bit. Crease of her cheek. Also, in. Yeah, this looks much older, because I think I kind of exaggerate in a good way the plane changes, and so now it kind of, kids' faces are a lot softer, rounded. I think by putting these strong shadings in here, even though like there's some fairly strong shading in reference, I think in the way I drew it, it looks too angular and thus makes her look older. Okay, next one. Ooh. Well. This is what I would call one of those conventionally attractive flat lit. Got a pretty big eraser. Pretty narrow head. Another thing I noticed about this is that the faces that not just mostly flat lit, conventionally attractive young people, it's flat lit, conventionally attractive young women. Need some more dudes in here. They have much, stronger facial features that are really defined. Good to have variety. I do appreciate how many old dudes there are in this batch. Old dudes are fun to draw. They got lots of wrinkles. Wrinkles are fun. Give me an excuse to like dick around and add detail. What makes me feel more like secure. Like, oh, okay, I added a whole bunch of detail. That means it's better. Whereas if with young people, especially when so soft, that I'll put in like all of the clear lines, and I'm like, I don't feel like I did enough. I feel like I did something wrong. I feel like it's missing information, and I end up adding more, and they either look old or screwed up somehow. This one, really narrow. She's got pretty defined cheekbone. If I fixed anything, but it's really tough. Like, it's so hard. I could, right? But like, I can barely see the sides of her face. Like, it must be like the angle just enough that see the sides. Shows just a little bit of both sides of her face. I guess would indicate that you can see that normally, but maybe the angle of the lens is like really thinning them out. I don't know. Mostly talking out of my ass. Nose. farther than normal. Farther than, even seems weird to call it idealized, but farther than like base proportions, you know what I mean. Lips are really, she's like slightly putting on pouty face. In can't tell if she doesn't have any like strong facial creases, like no angle to her lips to see if they're like being pursed out really far. I can't tell if she is pursing her lips or if she just narrow. Rich. I'd whatever that upper, like wider than the bow. It looks pretty close. And I think no matter how accurate I try to make it, it's all going to be kind of like stained by the proportional biases I just put in everything, regardless of, call that my style if you're nice, call it my blind spots if you're being truthful. Pretty wide but thin. A lot more that pouty look. Doesn't look like the sides of her are squished in, so I think it has really thin lip. Surprised that I'm an artist? Really? I do quite a lot of art, and I'm trying to get better. Not getting good enough fast enough. Videos on my YouTube channel. Well, I did a couple of videos on my YouTube channel, my art. Used to do streams way back when. Stopped. Now, and this again. Get good, son. Gotta get good at art. So that when I write, I don't know if I was like put out some story pitch ideas. I have too many worlds and stories I work on, and like write about. You know me from YouTube. Yeah, I did a couple YouTube videos. You can see them on my channel. They're like my most recent 3. Much better. Still argue not good. Better artist when it comes to creatures and monsters. Trick there that I can cheat. This is why I always kind of like need my hands when, oh, you're a good artist. I'm like, I kind of cheat. Monsters are easy to draw because you can just kind of throw in whatever. I mean, if you're trying to make really good, like well-designed monster, of course you don't want to do that. But how do I say this in a way? I struggle drawing the same thing. So that means symmetry. I am absolutely atrocious at stain on model. Why I very, very, very rarely draw the same once. Because if I drew it a second time, you would see that I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Woman is Asian, small upper eyelid. She has some definition that kind of halfway over. Trying my absolute hardest not to make her eyes too big. But anyway, with creatures, I can throw in a bunch of stuff that doesn't have to be really. Like, you can have, if you're drawing something ugly, it can be asymmetrical. Trying to draw something beautiful and ordered, especially something that people have context for, like a face, I struggle. You hate drawing eyes. I love drawing an eye. Like, the thing is, whenever I draw faces, if you look at my art, now granted, I don't have a lot of public art that serves as an example of this, but I can promise you, in my sketchbook especially, 90% of my drawings of people are side profile facing to the left. I can draw one eye. I can draw, half a nose. I can definitely draw half a mouth. The problem comes when I have to draw all those things, when I have to draw full versions of those in relation to each other. Then, ooh baby, then things start to really get into bizarro land. So, anyway, before the point is, I draw creatures and monsters, creepy shit, because you can make them ugly and look weird and asymmetrical, and people are like, yeah, that makes sense. Of course, if I was trying to draw, pretty things or conventional things, or especially hard surface things, my drawing weaknesses come through. You hope humans start having only one eye. Cyclopses. I mean, the other cheat I could do is I could draw a person and then give them all eye patches. Cybernetic eye. Yeah, well, that makes sense. This doesn't look too far off. Fix that. Soft. There. No definition to her eyebrows. Like the muscle portion of her eyebrows. Her neck. Into. Comes down like in line with the creases of her mouth, except that it's neck is not very long. Failed 3 Empress of Light battles in a row. You need to chill out. Welcome to the chill club. Listen to chill hop jazz. Feels like a pretty defined chin, off pretty far from her. Admittedly, I can't tell if this is because she's tilting her head in a way. She's so flatly lit. I mean, not really. I think I'm just she has some shadows, but they're pretty soft. Actually, she must be tilting her head. Her ears are up really high. Her ears start here, and she's facing slightly away. I can't see the hair come up a little bit more on this side because left. She has a pretty that's slightly Yeah, she's absolutely facing down. A lot of the top of her. And called starts becoming tell myself don't worry so much about accuracy. Don't need to get straight. Just have like kind of messy as long as I can get shapes. Look at the thick of the lips. Oh, she does have a pretty defined jaw. Can't see much of it. It's not that wide. There. Like handsome. She does not. My drawing of her looks like handsome squid. Okay. I mean, that's it for her eyes or for her features. She doesn't again have really defined eyelids. Really dark black eyes. You know, oh, try and make pretty because it's actually the first human I've drawn. All the others have been statues, and the warm up drawing I did was all. So, what program do I use to draw? I use Photoshop. I used to use Krita, and frankly, I still like Krita, but I just use Photoshop because I $10 a month for this. Get my money's worth. Some more. Yes, if you are a artist not have Photoshop, get Krita. I mean, get like probably Clip Studio or whatever if you have, but if you're looking for something free, get Krita. Just don't get Photoshop. Which your question is might be, why do you use Photoshop? I hate it so much. Because I need to open PSD. Also, for certain types of photo editing and stuff, the one thing that Krita really is bad at, it kind of another reason why I use Photoshop more, it has absolutely, at least the last time I used it, this may have changed. When I used it last, it didn't have like any text editing. So that was unfortunately a deal breaker. I needed to put text on things. Like it did have some sort of text feature, but all I remember is that it was like more trouble than it was worth. It was like almost easier just to open it up, add the text that way. No, not almost. It was easier. In fact, I did. It could have changed. It may be different now. I have not used it in quite some time. Okay, we're gonna call this one. Put on next music. Oh shoot. Out. Let's see. Find some more Mabisio albums to catch up on. Just gonna open a bunch because we're gonna be here for, at least I'm gonna be here for a while. You don't have to be here for a while. No, that ought to do us. This is at 10 minutes. Okay, back at it. Excellently made this poor woman look like some sort of she had a lot of soft, really shady. The light kind of like probably shading on her. I definitely overdid it with the strong chin and jaw, so she's my drawing of her more masculine than she actually is. By some improbable kind of chance, these people stumble upon any of these people ever stumble upon these drawings I did of them. Like, just my drawings are not reflective of body, are in stylistic representation. Very bad. Cheaty thing. I just really like how that looks. Like, it's not super accurate. There will certainly be times where it shouldn't, but something about that strong, fully shaded upper lip, I think, might remind me of some artists took a lot of inspiration from, and I don't know, but like, that seems like something I picked up when I was trying to draw as a kid and never stopped. Oh. Technique, it remains. Crutch, or really actually thin before it hits the widen out. And back in. Strong. Darkness. You know what I forgot to add? Her eyelashes. She does have thick. Not super thick. Back to her eyebrow. Hair. And she eats spaghetti sauce. But for me, the point of like the shading portion, do I really understand how the planes of the head are catching light, unless like how accurate am I to the shading that sketches, 20-minute sketches Pure black color in them eyes. Not see. Aw. But have some. Oh, it looks like she's got a duck face going. That's not. Certainly, I think I over-exaggerated. You know what? Get rid of that. I don't care if it's accurate. Don't look. Stronger shadow. There she go. That was a burn victim ate spaghetti sauce, but. One actually. Oh yeah, we got eyelashes. Like she's staring at the moment. Have super thick eyelash. I think facing off this side of her patches a bit more. These eyelids are a bit. Yeah. Alright. Again, because she has this. Whatever the word for those types of eyelids are. Start and tone. Cross. What was the last? Oh, yeah. Gonna bring out. No. That down. Actually, no. Why? G. Pretty strong. Freckles. Just on her cheeks. Is someone or no? Eyes. Whoops. On her forehead. Strange. Normally, forehead, cheeks. Your cheeks. Some on her cheeks. Not on her lips. Can't even see them. Whatever. They're there. Okay. I'll give you your ultimate pencil. Favorite brush so far. 76. Not duplicate, but. Hoo-ha. Who's next? Ugh. Well, not but. Oh my god, it's like. You know, I'm gonna skip ahead this. Put in the one I finished. Done folder. I want to draw some. I guess I did an old man, but. I'm looking through faces here that are fun. Like, I don't have a ton left. Yeah, we'll do this one. Mix up. Something different than straight on head. Pretty late. Oh, next. Yeah, that was just. Here's another 10 minutes. Okay. That's in Discord. Okay. Okay. This is wood carving, it looks like. Looks like it's a wood carving of Krampus. Just in time for Crimbus. Better. Get to 75. 76. Okay. I can get to. I'd like to get to 85 today. We'll see. Big stretch. 1 second. Oh, okay. I'm gonna take a quick 5-second break after this. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this guy looks like the half head work. So many heads, they're real heads even. I feel like the proportion guides aren't accurate. I feel like they have much higher headline or foreheads than they must. I don't know. Like if a bunch of professionals say that that's the correct way to measure a head, who the hell am I to say no? Just must not have a good handle on the proper method. Angry campus. Nose all the way out. And then there. Not so helpful when I say things like, oh yeah, and then it goes like that, and then like this. Also found doing that I really like drawing exaggerated, like cartoony heads, much for the same reason I like your design, I think. Even though I have no desire to actually learn how to improve at that. Like, that's not what I would draw. But I have found it surprisingly. I think, again, like I was saying, because there's that, like, element of you don't really have to work too much about it. Like, at the end of the day, you're not trying to get to a realistic head. Not something that people have, like, a preconceived notion of how it's supposed to look. Kind of freeing in a way. Oh, that's still pretty up. Almost see it kind of curve around. My poor understanding face. Already I can tell I was making that big. This is a wood carving, so there's like some level of maybe it's not fully accurate head anatomy. I'm mainly wondering about the eyebrow. I could also just be struggling with the lost information on that side of the head. I think I drew his nose a little too. He does have a big kind of exaggerated. I might have gone a little, but I actually kind of like it. It looks like I didn't turn his nose up, but again, it's nice cartoony faces and or non-human faces, especially. You can look at the issue, you can acknowledge that you made a mistake, and then you can just go, okay, yeah, well, what I did wrong and my mistake. I'm drawing Krampus. Cares? Krampus don't. It does mean leverage what I do. On that side. Kind of like 3. Not just like that side of the lips come in. I've been struggling a lot with faces that microphone down a little bit. Drawing faces, expressions, mouth expressions. I think that's just a matter of kind of practice, because the mouth is so complicated with all the musculature that I think even if you knew, maybe this is just me coping, but I feel like even if you knew of how the muscles worked, until you really like add to your knowledge base what particular expression is going to look, it's pretty hard to just kind of intuit. Like with the rest of the head, even without a perfect knowledge base, you understand the underlying anatomy of it. You can kind of guess how those forms would rotate in 3D, or not kind of. You can understand how those forms would rotate in 3D, how they might look tilted. But with like really complex muscle groups, I think you got to know how it would look in a particular flex state, not just kind of understand. Again, that could just be me hoping. No, it's really hard. It's really hard. Whereas professional artists are like, what do you mean? You just particular flexors. It would pull the face out in this sort of shape. What do I know? All I know, gotta keep going. Never stop. Even when I do get to the but I think I'm starting to wisp off in not audible land. So if I start doing that, no one's here. Oh, music's done. Next one. I might end up just going straight to lo-fi radio. I don't know if their music has copyright claims. I imagine there's probably some samples in there that do. Oh, no. There's that. Is elf ears. His ear in a wood carving, don't think that's very accurate, but it's also an elf ear, so who am I to say whether or not the interior construction of the mythical creature's ear is realistic or not. So I think what I was saying earlier, but I kind of lost my train of thought on, is like something that I should be doing is like intuiting how things would look based on my understanding of the head form, and not so much like by photocopying it from the reference. Just something I find myself doing, though I shouldn't be. That is a weakness, for sure. Bunches up there. Okay, now hard part. Weird, like eyebrow. Got some wrinkles. Actually, how much of his? One thing with drawing, like I feel like no matter, even if you're drawing like hyper realistic, drawing the teeth individually as they appear in real life always looks bad. Or not bad, but like it kind of gives a certain look to the subject, which sometimes, like in this case, can look fine, but other times it might kind of really most detrimental. People you're trying to make attractive, it kind of makes them look, I don't know, such a weird phenomenon, and I don't know why that's the case. Maybe it's like some aspect of our animal brain is like, I don't want to see the teeth. I want to see them smiling. I don't want to see the... But again, what do I know? Okay, this guy does have glass eyes. Good carving. Only see him here. Really small. That'll do. Just dip those in black. Why don't you do it? You're saying you're gonna do it. Just do it. Yeah, that works. Good carving. You know, there's like parts of this I should be able to, like, it's a wood carving, so I should be able to figure out how certain things like here would be shaded if it was actually an ear, rather than just kind of drawing how the wood carver carved it. But again, I find myself kind of falling into photocopy mode. I know not to say I'm like an accurate, particularly good at doing that, but that's just kind of like my crutch. I don't think enough about, like, I'm not putting my own thought into how I'm drawing something. I'm just kind of like letting the reference do the work, which is why I typically want, or not typically want, I want to get to the point where I don't rely on reference as much. I don't feel like I'm a slave to the information there. That's just like a personal failing of mine. struggle with interpreting and adding, which is not a good problem to have if you're an aspiring artist. Good artists are able to do that, take the information presented and turn it to their own purpose, you know. Okay, now this is what get wacky. So he has horns, but break up the inline there and base of it. Yeah, that is. It doesn't look right, but that is pretty accurate to the reference. Again, I mean, if I wanted, I could be like, no, I want to make this look better. But I'm gonna do that. This is probably more. I'm just, you know what? I'm probably just wrong. Probably just misreading how the information of the perspective is affecting it. Must understand what it is I wish to dismantle, or I think I'm putting too much stock in like carving lines. But really don't need. There. This is good practice drawing an antler that curves away. But there's like a weird ridge line that goes all the way up. Oh. Any detail, like there's like this kind of like visible ridge in chunk of the horn. It's like quick. I don't know the anatomy of. I don't even know if it looks like a reel, but it might just be carved as well. Got this like more accurate with that to show that. A little more accurate, I say, and then just fuck it up. Fuck my shit up. Okay. The horn goes off, and unfortunately I don't know enough about horn kind of intuit how that would look. Imagine it goes off far, like it like kind of curves in like that. You know what? Let's do it. Let's be brave. You know? Stop using I don't know use. Get too scared of art sometimes. Hey, who cares if you draw it wrong? Just draw it. Oh well. Your options are draw it wrong without knowing. It's like you can draw it without knowing, and you'll either get it right or you'll get it wrong. Or you can not draw it. Obviously wrong. It's there. Give her a shot. Okay, there's campus. Add some shading on it. Krampus. Nope, nope. Don't know why Photoshop does that sometimes. We'll go full features. Eyes are pretty dark. Okay. Now I got most of the shading indicated with bad practice if I ever want to learn how to paint. You, eventually. Hello, Ripton, or Clipton, hello. But right now I'm not too worried about proper painting techniques. Gotta learn to walk before you can run. Right now, I feel like I am physical art rehab. Really sharp there, a little bit on the upper lip, but not all of it. Just a bit. Oh, it's dark. Make it kind of, again, use my knowledge of how a face is shaped to form these shading decisions, and thus copying what I see there. What I should be doing. Just, I'm really like, and there's shade there, I guess. But, eh. If anything, at the very least, being a slave to the reference kind of teaches me a little bit about, okay, a shadow falls here, lighting scenario doesn't fall here. And if I don't fully understand why, getting something out. And if it's not, I'm learning instead of practicing, you know. Definitely not at the stage where I confidently say that fully practicing. Still a lot I'm figuring out, or not even figuring out, but like being told by the rep. Carving sharp edge. Just a little crazy. And we're in swoggles. Have any shade on them there? I don't know, we'll just draw some there. Bring that bigger, we don't. Almost see through it, like slightly transparent. Looks like there's a bit of a cast. No. I turn off size. Branch on it stays on. Size. Whatever. Looks like there is some slight cast shadow from the really faint. Well, hey, there we go. That is 7. Yeah. 77. Ooh, ah. Ugh. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do for the next one? I'm just gonna write what number we're on, so I don't forget. That'll do me. 78. Okay, and real quick, I am not done. Neck. Okay, that visible. Perfect. I will be back in just a couple minutes. One moment. Okay, I am back. Next music. Come on. Ooh. Oh, there we go. This microphone. Turn the gain up all the way on it. Okay. Back we go. 78. Rempus. Almost looks better just with the negative space of the shadow. I gotta get good at doing that, like that. I can't believe I'm forgetting that Japanese artist's name who does that. Can you ask one free OC request? I don't think so. I'm drawing faces from reference. I'm not very good at drawing OCs. Maybe if I were a good artist, I would say absolutely, and I'd draw them out real quick. I am not there yet. Apologize. Oh. This is going to be a tough one. 8. Okay. It's a really smooth. Draw a circle. Kind of see the top of the head. Turn off smoothing. That's another secret I have. I cannot draw without smoothing on digital. I mean, clearly I can, well, clearly. I can draw okay. Physical without smoothing. But something about lacking the tactile of paper makes it harder for me to control my stylus. Absolutely a me problem. Always had that problem. Various workarounds. I think before Photoshop added mouse smoothing. I used Oh, thank you for the follow. I used called Lazy Nizumi. Fortunately, they added now smoothing directly into Photoshop. Nose kind of goes down and then comes up. I'm goofing around too much. Again, doodling. Get in there. Rest of the construction lines. Really did something with portions, but I'm trying to figure out what it was. Or maybe not. Hold on. Let me just draw the face out first and then problem solve. Obviously, we're just gonna get rid of the top of the head because that ain't right. That ain't right. Like the scream. We'll get there. I knew that was gonna be tough. Oh, bad. And kind of chin comes out. Did I? long or not long enough? Not long enough. There we go. And oh, you know what it is? Throwing me off. Chin line is visible, but you can see the underside of her neck. So it would part of the head that I struggle with very much so. Stuff with this. Upwards 3/4. Ugh. Can't we get some nice side profiles, please? I can draw those just okay. Light there, and then I don't know how to draw that without making the character, the person look excessively that almost personal. I'm really thinking the lips are what's throwing off my impression of them. So I get those in, things will look a bit closer. This one might just be another to the not so good pile. And this is also a statue. Features are kind of really smooth. There, and like it doesn't look like she has lids. Kind of held in. There's the nose. Comes out, curves in. Oh, just a little bit. Too far. That. But now she looks, you know, she's got that classic pig nose expression, but. Okay, and that puts us in a different position for aligning her mouth. I'm just going to draw the whole mandible for guidance. At least to start. All the way out to the side. Reference is so dark. Nope. Top of the lip, not the bottom, you dummy. Not like bottom of the lips there. Really thins down. Curves. We're just gonna fill that all in with black when we get to the shading segment. There's like so much lost information there. Top, lip. She has like a little bit of the bow, but not much. She's a pretty big difference in the chin. Comes back out. All the chin, the underside of the neck. Well, not great, but cheek comes out a little too far. And okay. Well, that's an okay start. Not good. way too. It was in like under her. Or started that way too. Okay, that's a little better. Not good. Whew. Definitely add this one to. I see. It seems to really be women in 3/4 perspective. By and large, ones I am the worst at. So, and not to say that it's like a big difference between my worst and my best, but you know, my worst is pretty reliably this issue. Jaw kind of starts further there. Oof. Well, I'm hoping the shading helps save this a little bit. Actually, what am I doing wrong here? This is like all the way up by her. Ow. Starts. This. Her neck. Just. You can kind of see her jawline the whole way through, even it softens here. Ugh. Again, with like my lack of confidence in drawing that portion of the neck. Okay, let's see, what did I do wrong? Off. It's to go up. And a little bit bigger. Shocks me. Normally I draw it too big. It was compensating or overcompensating. A little bit there. This is eyes. Actual. No, keep that. Brow line comes up over here and then the brow itself. Okay, that's a little better. Starts. Every time I look at it, I get whatever. There's a little bit of a smile line. Why am I filling this in instead of just shading? I don't know. All the way. I'll leave it. Okay, well, this one's clearly just. Let's just move on past this one as fast as possible. Let's get the shading in. And then we'll call this one. Stop it, Photoshop. Why do you always do that? It makes me so upset. Lighter than that. Bigger than that. Ooh-wee. Very strange fish. Ugh. Just get it done, get it done. Gotta move on to the next one as fast as we possibly can. Darkness. Darkness. That. There. Very dark. Full lip, as always. Shadow of the nose. Get some cast shadow of the eye. Soft inner. Backside. Sure. Plain under lip. A little bit of that upwards of the mouth, but not. Spaghetti sauce. Come there. Some just not even, but solely from my understanding of cheekbone. That's not gonna. Eesh, whew, there's 78. Golly, we're just gonna move on past that one. Nine. Who's next? Damn it. This to done. This to done. $26. Okay. What am I doing? Drawing 100 faces. This one is also going to be hard. So I think with this one, not a whole lot of shadow and correction. Not quite straight on. Heads a bit of an. No, wrong eyes. Her head's tilted down, but she's looking up. Very a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Bottom of the nose. Tilts like there. And cheekbone. She's facing a little bit to the left. I don't. Out. This is more like her brow line, her eye line. She's got pretty. It's a pretty short face. Start putting in. Trying to see her got short. It goes down far, I guess, because she's tilting her head. This angle comes in like mouth is gonna go. Actually, no, that hurt. Facing left, so the cheek would appear wider. Out, down, in. Hit her chin a little. There we go. This is the corners of her. Pop. Like a really flat note. Not looking so great, but we're not at judgment moment. I've got work to do before we can call this one a failure. Won't lie, my confidence is slightly shattered after the horrifying nature of that last one. Her eyebrow's slightly up. She's raising it just a little bit. I don't know if I can convey that properly, but I'll keep it in mind. Got like a really wide septum, I think, is that portion of the top of the lip. Really wide arch. Up. Her lips come in like inside of them. Like there's a small little arch there in the center. Got a lot of minor things with her features that I'm gonna have to be careful about. Okay, that's pretty close. Swear to God, though, sometimes when I do these, I feel like Napoleon Dynamite. It's like, I took 3 hours to do the shading on your upper lip. About how wide her mouth is. It's just, I think my scratchy, terrible line work is diluting it a little bit. Okay. Fix up the nose a little bit. Not too far off. But like you can really see that curve. bridge of the note. Follow the note. Flap it. Let's just know that they're there. And with this. I'm changing this back to a hard brush. Okay, let's finish off her cheekbones. Comes right up into it. She does have a pretty angular jaw. Nose. Can't see her other ear. Then at pretty much here is her hair starts overtaking it, so comes in, drawing her hairline. Okay. Just the rough area of it. And the rest of this, go away. She does have large eyebrows, but I mean, a little too big. And it doesn't sell that this one's being phased. Goes higher there. Okay, I think that sells it a little more. Okay, that's the start of one eye, start of the other. That. I think I made her face too long. Whatever, let's just put in the eyes and we can adjust it. Really visible upper eyelids. Yeah, that's okay. I think that's not too far off. Or a little small. Oh, hello, Matthew. Welcome to the stream. Like that. That would mean a little bit too long. Just a little. First time catching a StallordD's stream? I am so sorry. This is the one you had to find. You're basically watching me do my art homework very poorly. And for the record, it's art homework completely self-imposed. But hey, welcome. You're actually in the Discord? Oh, nice. I appreciate you being in the Discord. It gets lonely in there sometimes. The more, the merrier. I'm going to try and enter eye over here. But the eyeball and right. Like that. This round. Really thins out there right when it connects. Connects inside, so. I don't feel too. Should be better at drawing those eyelids, but I don't feel too bad about it in this case because she has some makeup that pretty clearly defines it. Okay, now did goof for portions elsewhere. I think it's her head proportions are fine. It's just her mouth and nose need to go up a little bit. That's better. Nose. Bit. But that. No, her jaw is now a little bit too far. We're getting there. Almost there. She has a really squish kind of cute face. Okay. What? I think one last adjustment. Faces. Yeah. That'll do. Oh no. Here, this'll fix it. I went a little overboard with the left side of her face. Her left of the face. Now she looks like Chad, but soften her jaw a little bit more, maybe. What's your take on the new online song, The Great Despair? It's pretty good. If you mean like lore take, it could be any. There's a lot of interpretations to it. That's what makes it so cool. Could be Wally singing, or it could be a song about Wally. It could be a song about Lloyd Albert. A lot of different ways to read it. They are really going above and beyond with the for this expansion. Props for that. Frankly, it's ridiculous. It's a bit insane. Ridiculous sounds bad in this context, but they are insane for doing it. And there's even more coming, which I find ridiculous, which is actually ridiculous. I don't remember how many songs they showed off in the that were going to be available for the Soma chord, but quite a few. Oh gosh, I'm sleepy. Not done yet. We're only on 79. Going to at least 85. Dude. Ugh. I don't have a full shot of her hair. Be close in on her face, but we're just gonna intuit it. It looks kind of like Spike Spiegel hair. A respectable afro, not. I would describe Spike Spiegel's hair a respectable, or really curly, not so much. It does get hard sometimes to remember. Long process, and it's gonna take over. Sometimes doing it can be really disheartening. Like a little bit of tuft of hair down there. These things, they take time. Is getting good at anything. I don't know if I've put in 10,000 hours. Certainly not 10,000 hours of like focused, deliberate learning or practice. But even with that, it still feels like I should be better than I am at a lot of art. But again, it's kind of my own fault for not really being like cognizant and intentional with it. Like, one thing to do something for a long time, but like I don't think I was really putting in the effort to improve doing it for fun, kind of hoping that at some point improvement would just happen. And it certainly did to an extent, but again, not to the level that I was hoping or expecting. But not too late. There's no such. Too late is when you're dead. But I realized a lot later than ideal that I wasn't, or I have not been approaching improvement in the right way. We're at now. Trying desperately to make up for a long time of not improving. Put a bit of a patience in me. But these big fake eyelids. But anyway, point being that I need to remind myself that take a while. Not give up. Just keep on going. Even if improvement is slow, do you think it is tangible? Definitely think I have gotten better. Myself that that's enough. Gotten at least a little better. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's easy. Okay, next song. Or next thing, you know what I mean. Track. Listen to this, or whatever, they're all good. They're all bangers. Much as an easy listening jazz remix tape can be a banger. Something's wrong. Maybe? Oh, you know what? Hold on, we're just a little bit. I think her head's still a little. I thinned it, but now it's too tall. Just. No, we'll keep it. I do think that was closer, but I think we're a bit beyond the pale. So now let's just focus on finishing this one. Not that far over. That? Ooh, no. I do wrong there. Ooh. Oh. I mean, that's a bit better because she is raising one eyebrow. It's still just a bit funky. The old classic cheaty method, which kind of helped. Not by much. Whatever. Pupils in. How's that? Nah, still kind of got that, like, trying to learn to draw too, nowhere near as far down the road. It's a long road, but I'm glad you're trying to improve. It's good to hear, and I fully support you. Wish you the best of luck. It is a doing what is wrong. Wait. Nope, she's still got that kind of like dead-eyed look. But this is the line art. Maybe if they add some multiplies on it, will sell it a little bit more. That seems to be the recurring case. But yeah, I wish you the best of luck. Some people improve really fast. I unfortunately have been quite slow. So my progress, or the amount of time I've taken to get to where I am, I don't think very indicative of the average person's journey. I think most people would be a lot quicker with it. Angry, you little shit, get off my desk! What, do you want to be a lap cat? Want to be a lap kitty? My cat is jumping on my desk. Oh yeah, she wants to be in my lap. Nice kitty. Yeah. Oh. What a good kitty. Oh, that bump. I'm gonna have to preemptively be prepared for her to slam her head into my arm as she administers herself pets. Oh yeah, yeah, good kitty. Little Dickens. You can sit in my lap. Get off my desk though. I don't want you on my desk. Oh, and she's back on my desk. What, you want to turn around? Yes, she wants to face the other way now. What a good kitty. Oh, yes, nice kitty. Oh, will you stop fucking around? Oh, hold on. I need to give her a hug for a second. Snuggle. Yes, what a nice kitty. Now this is one situation where I don't feel so bad about black coloring it lips, because she's wearing lips. That's a dark way. Once we've gone with the skin shading lipstick, be a bit more strain the actual. Wrong button. Anger, I'm gonna kill you. Just finished driving back to your apartment, Thanksgiving, and going to the store, so you're drained. Oh, this is a good cozy stream. I'm glad. That's the vibe I want to have. Cozy stream, the ideal. How do I fix this? Oh, wait, did I press the wrong? Oh, I did. Whoops. Now, this woman has dark skin. I suppose I could color her skin in to indicate some of these. Ugh. Because, like, she has, like, opposite. I think I'm gonna have to. Under the line art. That'll sell it a little bit more. This way I can put some highlights. Can't do that, but do is not that either. Her nose is like upturned. Gotta put it. Nope. Don't be lazy. I mean, don't be too lazy. You can be a little lazy. Yeah, not. Oh, dark. That's good. A little darker. Here. How hard do I really only think it's important on her nose and there somehow. I don't know how that's possible. Oh well. Knows what I know. Nothing. Off. On. Just some little highlight eyes. Yeah, we'll add hair color because she's got some nice rich dark hair. Not there. Her eyebrows, you can see this in through them. And this doesn't have to be great. Just to sell it. Oh yeah, and this. Right. She does have some highlights in her hair. I'll have to go. I know that was her cheek line, but I thought maybe that'll like kind of make it a little less directly drawn in, and it's like a strand of hair or something, but still hint that there's an indication. Got these earrings. How light do we want to go for the highlight? Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't have to be perfect, but kind of wanted to try giving her hair here attention. Does she have any highlights over on this side? A little bit. Not a lot. And it's hard to tell exactly. Hair isn't fully in frame. Actually, it looks like she has some like really glossy highlights. These are rough. They don't even really follow her proper hair texture. Okay, sure. Not great, but yeah. Not too bad. 79. Now it's time. 80. Who is next? Oh, cool. Do this dude, then probably actually bought an artist mechanical pencil kit from Amazon. Oh yeah, they're so much better. I spent a long time using, it's like not shitty. I quite like my pencils, but they were standard and they were such a pain to sharpen all this, especially since my sharpener was a piece of it. But I got a really nice mechanical, not really nice, but a decent mechanical pencil, and it has been a game changer. I got, what did I get? A Statler. Get the name, or like if there's a specific version of it, but it's a Statler mechanical pencil. Pretty sweet. So if you are not happy with your mechanical pencil, I would recommend a Statler. This dude is slightly cartoony. Not very, though. Big. There. There. Really long cheekbones. Way too exaggerated. Trying like a caricature of a guy who's already kind of caricature-ish. there. Huh. I might be going like too loose with it. I think I'm just jonesing to draw a caricature style character. Kind of like pushing this dude too far in, or a bit further in that direction than he actually. Once I get the I'm going to actually do the construction first on this guy and redraw the line. Nose is kind of, you can't really see the other side. Kind of dash mouth. Wider though. Oh. No. Follow the. I might actually have place eyebrows too high. I think I did. Oh. No. I knew I gotta go to sleep. Good night, Matthew. Thanks for watching. Center of cheekbone out. See side of eyebrows further. See that little bit of the inside of eyebrow. Big saggy look. Pirate bandana. There. Up. Fish. This guy is made of clay. There are quite a few like places where definition is smeared away. It's like kind of where details would be, it's just a streak or a smash of clay to kind of give you a bit more of an impressionistic feel. Still information I can work with, but it means I have to do a bit of guesswork, not guesswork, but like my own interpretation, which, as we know, good at yet. Really rigid. Hair braid against his cheek. Okay. Trying to see, actually, it starts up here. Got a lot of details and like jewelry. So I'm not gonna try too accurate with all of that. Just kind of get the rough bit. Okay, I think that enough of the form. It's like I fell for a lot of my similar issues. Eyes are definitely too much. Kinda. Yeah, no, that's correct. Good at close to correct design. One of his eyes is slightly closed, more closed than the other, but not by a lot, and frankly, I don't think that's a detail that, like, super important. Already gonna look kind of like a beachy boy. Or constructed in highlights in his eyes, which is a cool thing that I've seen some of these sculptors do. At least I'm in. He looks so pretty. definitely a bit anime-ified. Okay, but that was really sketchy. While. And then I'm gonna go take a break, eat some dinner, and be back in maybe an hour for a super late night stream. Why not? Oh, hello, Solrin. Welcome to an art today. Turn up the smoothing. Turn down the opacity even more. Even more. What am I drawing? This appears to be a pirate. So I'm trying to get better at drawing faces. And as part of this kind of curriculum I'm following, they have little challenges you can do. This one, 100 head challenge from Ahmed Al-Duri. I am unfortunately behind. On track for the first few days, but then holiday stuff kicked in. I was unable to keep up the pace, and so now I'm quite behind, so I figured, hey, you know what? Do a stream. Have an audience so that I'm a bit more accountable. Granted, very few people have come to watch, which is whatever. I mean, who wants to watch someone draw? But just by having the camera on, I feel a bit more external pressure to actually work. Here I am. And my goal is to get to 85 tonight. Would be 14 faces. I'd like to do more, and there's a good chance I will. I want to get to at least 85. But I am also getting quite hungry. I'm gonna finish this guy 80 here, go eat some dinner, then back, get to at least 85, if not, perhaps to 90. Ideal, because then I only have 1 day or 2. I've been doing a minimum of 5 a day. I was trying, the ideal goal is you're supposed to do 10 a day. I was doing 10 a day for the first 50 or 60. Then the aforementioned tragedies, having family holidays. Good problem to have, I suppose. I've gotten in the way of my self-betterment, god damn it. And by self-betterment, I mean procrastinating. Not actually doing these until like I'm about to go to bed and then cranking out 10 really quick. Honestly, the family stuff is just kind of an excuse. I needed a kick in the pants anyway. I was slowing down. Here we are. And I've been trying to get through him pretty quick, but one, I like this pirate guy. He looks put a little more time into it. Two, I figured it'll be the last one before break. Make her a good one. I don't think you can see his upper lip. Entirely obscured by his mustache. Mustache, like, it both curves up and curves down. It's very strange. Gotta stop using my wrist. I can feel the pain. Ugh, the carpal tunnel. I don't know if I actually have carpal tunnel, but if I'm not careful, I certainly could get it. For too long, I was improperly trained. That's the best way to say this. I picked up the bad habit of drawing with my wrist. Most people do because, you know, that's how we learn to write. Trying to force myself draw shoulder. I do draw with my wrist. A little gentler with it and not put in so much pressure, which is something I tend to do. But sometimes I just get into the zone and I forget. Wasting a lot of time here, just kind of putting in beard details. They don't need to be here. I don't need to waste so much time drawing. Like, you look at that, you know it's a beard. Yeah, his mandible does come out that far, so works for me. It does seem to have some wrinkles, probably from age and sun exposure. It gives me an excuse to put in a lot of those wrinkly details. I have the excuse to. I love putting in detail. Makes me feel like I'm improving the drawing. Highlights that highlight there, and that's fine. He looks so anime-y. Big beautiful eyes. Whatever. Yeah, don't. Trying to cheat. there. Got these two doubloons. Head. Crank up this one. And the hair decoration or head decorations don't need to be super in depth. Put in a little bit of detail on, right? I think I need to just also get better at how I approach my lines. I don't know exactly what that means or how to go about doing it. I'm just building line confidence, but kind of a vague, non-helpful goal. I did an art workshop recently. Guy kind of looked over your work, kind of critiqued your style. One of the big bits of feedback he gave for me that my drawing sucked. And said, just do better drawing. Now, I'm not sure, again, what exactly to do with that other than keep drawing and improving. But at least gave me a bit of like, oh, okay, or yes, I'll do that. Sorry, my drawings suck. He didn't say they sucked. His exact words were, your drawings are not very good. Now, he did say my designs were okay, but fat lot of good that does me if I can't draw them, right? The world does not need ideas, guys. They need someone who can draw shit, or write shit, or animate shit, you know? Much of a dream job as it would be to just come up with cool stuff all day, the world is filled with people who can do that and draw or produce stuff that is good as well. Kind of in a pickle. The fear of God in me as well. If I want to be serious about this, actually do this. Or money, job, or turn it towards something be well received. I gotta step it the fuck up. Frankly, I don't think, and that's what gives me such a concern about how fast I'm improving. Like, I don't think I'm improving quick enough for anyone to take me seriously. You know, there's no time limit, again. You have infinite, well, not infinite, you have until you die. So for me, that's a couple decades at least, I hope. Get to a level where I can fast feel concern, honestly. It's like, I'm not interested in getting like old master or hyper realistic or perfect painting. I just want to get decent, pretty decent, and fast so that I can start cranking out my ideas at a speed that would viable, actually have the things I create have an audience. Because like, if I could absolutely, like right now even, work on stuff or like produce my ideas, start, but I'm so slow, it's gonna be a hard sell for how fast the internet moves. Ugh. You know, people care about speed, that short attention span. You're not really fast with what you do. I need to work for. The internet will soon move on. Because it's not going full whack for this. And maybe I am. Yeah, that'll do. He looks like an anime character still, but oh well. Okay. Bring back up the reference. God, yeah, his eyes are so big. I don't understand how I keep doing that. Because, like, I feel like I'll pay attention to the proportions of the face. And, you know, it's never perfect. I'm not that. Oh, that's the grind move. Never perfect, but I feel like I get relatively close with like measuring relations to things sometimes. Yet the problem I always have is the eyes are always too big, and I'm like, I don't get it. Banana bonkers. Got some pretty hardcore shade. He's got like really hard shading. And on the one hand, that's kind of convenient. Well, no, I want to get more accurate. First shade, darker, even darker than that. Darker there, there, there. There. Move back up to the shades. You can go even lighter than that. very got some of the shadow just less extreme. Oh, cast shadow from his nose. Shadow on his nose. Put in some quick stuff up here on his headpiece. Here. Just being real smudgy with the shadows just to kind of like get them in. They're not. Dark under here. Really dark here. Actually, there, that cut off of it looks like a coat. Oh, we can here to the mids. Really ugly, airbrushy style that I'm not a fan of, but darken up in there. Not terrible. Darken here even. Else that needs like looks like actually this more in this entire half of his face is kind of shadow, a little bit darker down here. Cast shadows from, or just some dinky little cast shadows from his alien. Yeah. Okay, that does it. Not great. But, hey, that's okay. That's okay. Oh, big stretch. Okay, so that was 80. That's 9. Total of 9. Day actually is crowds. Looks like he has a unibrow. Yeah. 9 for today. I ain't done yet, son. But okay, I'm gonna take a break. I don't know how long. I'm turning off the stream, but I will be back later tonight. At least 5 more. At least. Maybe more. Hopefully more. See how I'm at. And then that'll put me in a position where I can do 10 and 5, 5, 5, 5 if I need to. Ideally, I'm supposed to be done with this challenge today, but drug my heels a little bit, and here we are. Okay. Alrighty. Well, thank you for those who watched, and I will be back in a little bit while longer. Bye.